Yo, what is going on? It's King here, and Manchester United have are planning to submit a 50 million euro bid for Cody Gakpo, or 43 million pounds. It's 50 million euros or 43 million pounds. Um, Manchester United are reportedly planning to submit a 50 million euros bid or 43 million pounds bid for PSV star Cody Gakpo in January when the transfer window opens. Now, what it says here from the I need to first get my facts right before I start telling where it's coming from. The evening news, they said when the transfer window opens. Now, that's not promising. I think we should start negotiating now for Cody Gakpo, and then when the transfer window opens, then in January the 1st, he should be coming to Manchester United. But that's what it says here. I don't maybe this will be happening. I don't want it to happen, and if I had to bet on it, I don't think it's happening. I think he's going to be coming in January the 1st because we need him. Because the only striker we got right now is Martial, which gets injured a lot, so we need him from January the 1st. Um, as reportedly by the Telegraph, the Reds have identified the Dutchman as a replacement for Cristiano Ronaldo, who has left Old Trafford. Now, one thing is that if Ronaldo didn't leave, then they wouldn't have gone for Cody Gakpo or any other striker, which I think they should. I think they should. Well, it's a good thing they are now, but I'm saying just if Ronaldo didn't leave, then they wouldn't have gone for him, which I don't think is right. I think they should go for the striker anyway because we do need a striker. Um, at the controversial interview with Piers Morgan last month, Erik ten Hag has confirmed that the club will attempt to sign a forward in New Year. That means I think they are going to start negotiating at New Year and get him at the end of the January transfer window. I don't think this should happen because we let me check the game we've got. If we were to get him at the last day of January, because if we start negotiating on January the 1st, the only way we're gonna get him is the last day of January. That means these are the games we're gonna play with. We're gonna rely only on Martial. Burnley against Nottingham Forest, Wolves, Bournemouth, Everton, Manchester City, Arsenal. These 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 games. I don't think anyone in United so far has played 7 games in a row, but Martial's he skipped. I'm pretty sure like 90% of the season of the Premier League season so far, 85, 90 around this. I think we're gonna be forced to play Rashford in the middle, which I don't think it's the best position because so far in the season he hasn't scored a single goal through the middle. And if we don't have him, then we pretty much have no striker left. I don't think Rashford is a striker. I think he's a left winger, but he does the job there. Gakpo was close to signing for United in the summer transfer window, but the club ultimately opted to sign Anthony. I think we should have gone for Anthony and Cody Gakpo, and then let Ronaldo go at that time. But I'm pretty sure we didn't go for Cody Gakpo because Ronaldo wasn't gonna leave. But the fact is, when Fabrizio Romano, the football journalist, said that Gakpo was going to be the alternative option to Anthony. But Anthony is a left-footed right winger, and Gakpo is a right. No, Anthony's a left-footed right winger, and Gakpo is a left-footed left winger who can play as a striker and behind the striker as centre forward as well, or a cam. I don't see how that's a replacement, but it might not be. I don't know. However, the Reds are still interested in securing a deal for the 23-year-old who is understood to want to join Manchester United and work under Ten Hag. This is a good thing because we did hear some rumours that Liverpool and I think Real Madrid, these both teams have scouted the player. We did hear some rumours that they want the player, but normally when there's competition with United, we're not good at the competition. If there's any competition, then we won't get the player. For example, all the players that we signed this transfer window, Ericsson, it was a competition with Brentford, which it was with Brentford, so we easily won it. Casemiro, there was no competition. Anthony, there was no competition. Let's say Frankie de Jong was available, which was probably not good him because there was competition. Who else? Lisandro Martinez was competition with Arsenal, but he was too expensive. If Arsenal want to buy him, even if they did want to buy him at the end, he had a good relationship with Erik ten Hag, and he wanted to join Manchester United. You know, if there's competition that we wouldn't be good at, but the fact that he wants to join Manchester United is a good thing. So even if we do have competition, which I think I think Newcastle wouldn't mind buying him because they got definitely the money, but he wants to join United and work under that Erik ten Hag, which means he's gonna join us, and that's good. The attacker impressed at the World Cup in Qatar, scoring 3 times before the Netherlands' quarter-final defeat to Argentina. I think that we could have got him much. I know before, when the transfer window first opened in the summer, before he played his game for um, PSV, he costed around, when we went to inquired about him, he costed around 25-30 million. When he played for PSV and had 13 goals and 17 assists, they wanted a full package of 50 million. So based like with add-ons included in the 50 million. So for example, 40 million, 10 add-ons. And then when the World Cup game came, it increased his price. I don't think they should increase the price just because he played better in the World Cup, because he only got 3 goals in the World Cup. If let's say he got 3 goals for PSV, it wouldn't increase his price that much. But the World Cup never normally comes at this time. Like it's the first time it comes in the middle of a season. So if there's any player any team who's gonna buy a player, it would increase his price significantly if he played with the World Cup. He has also scored 13 times and provided 17 assists for PSV so far this season. The report states that United are planning a 50 million euro bid, having valued Gakpo at around 40 million euros last summer. So they are going to be spending, because of the World Cup, they're going to be spending 10 million extra euros. I think we should have got him last transfer window because he was available for cheaper, and yeah, that's basically just because he was available for cheaper, and we were gonna get him anyway. Sooner or later, we were gonna get Cody Gakpo because we did need another striker, but we just waited for a few more months and then paid an extra 10 million for him. I don't think that's the best way to buy players. Elsewhere, Team Talk have reported that it's not really relevant to Cody Gakpo's situation, but it is United, and we're here to talk about United, so I'll just give you that news quickly. Elsewhere, Team Talk have reported that United could allow, and that's a big could. It's not, no people say big if, but I'm saying it is a big could, allow Jadon Sancho to leave the club on loan in the January transfer window, with the Englishman having a difficult campaign so far this season. I don't think he's going to leave on loan. I don't trust. I don't trust what's saying here. I don't trust. Team Talk are not very famous outlet. They're not famous football reporters. No one really. I don't really rate them personally. I don't think Jadon Sancho is going to be leaving alone. I don't think he's not going to be back for the Burnley game because he's still training in the Netherlands. I don't know if he's going to be back for the Nottingham Forest game. If I had to bet on it, I don't really think so. But everything's possible. He's not going to be leaving alone. Take my word for it. He's going to be staying at United. Sancho, who has arrived at Old Trafford from Borussia Dortmund in the summer of 2021, who has failed to nail down a regular starting spot for Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, Ralf Rangnick, and now Ten Hag. Just 3 managers who hasn't. I don't. If he doesn't work out until Erik ten Hag, then I think he's flopped. We should probably say, like, we are gonna keep him until the summer. If he in the summer the situation continues and he doesn't become any better, then yeah, definitely sell him at the summer. It is claimed that the 22-year-old could be permitted to leave on loan in order, although a move in order to regain his confidence. Although a move to Chelsea is said to be out of the question. Yeah, if we were to loan him, which I don't think we are, not a chance I'd give him to a Premier League team, because especially one of our rivals, and that's probably one of the teams that he wants to join because they're one of the better teams, because it's going to make it hard for us to get top 4. And our aim if we get top 4 this season, not get knocked out Europa League, get knocked out Carabao Cup, FA Cup, and get top 4, then that's already like us winning a trophy. The attacker missed out on the World Cup call-up Gareth Southgate's World Cup squad for Qatar, and has just scored 3 goals in all competitions. Not a great start to the season, but he had a great start to the season. But then going towards after that international break, after the game against I'm pretty sure it was Arsenal, and Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was no after Sheriff in the Europa League, after the international break, after when he came back, he didn't play great. Okay, here's Manchester United transfer news recap for Joao Felix. I know this video is supposed to be Gakpo, so I'm just gonna see for any Gakpo news. Manchester United are planning 43 million bid for Cody Gakpo. Okay, blah blah blah. We all read this. Manchester United are set to reignite. Manchester United are set to show the interest for PSV star Cody Gakpo. The Red Devils have scooped out a potential transfer for Cody Gakpo over the summer after his recent World Cup performances. They no, I don't think after his recent World Cup performances have been now convinced to act. I don't think United are convinced to act because of his World Cup performances. I think they yeah. So Gakpo has impressed Netherlands before their eventual quarterfinals elimination. Manchester United plan to launch 43 million bid for Cody Gakpo. So it's coming from more than one source. Even the Daily Mail reading now said that United are ready for 43 million pounds or 50 million euros bid for Cody Gakpo. Cody Gakpo, 23-year-old, have been on United's since radar since the summer arrival for Erik ten Hag, and after his recent World Cup performances, the Red Devils have now been convinced. Like again, the thing it's after the World Cup performances. I think we would have got him either way, whether he played good in the World Cup or not, because we wanted him in August, but Ronaldo and Cleef, so we couldn't buy him. And we didn't see how good the World Cup wasn't there, so and we didn't see him. We just Erik ten Hag just knew he was a good player either way. Ten Hag has installed the instead the club will do everything. Ten Hag has insisted the club will do everything in our. When I read too much, I just lose focus. In our power to sign a forward following Cristiano's departure of the club last month, and it could likely be Cody Gakpo, given their interest in the star, previous interest in the star. Yeah, I think Cody Gakpo was the most likely signing we will do because we have been interested in him in August, and he's probably the cheapest one. Who else can we get in January? Memphis Depay, he's cheaper, but he's not at the same level as Cody Gakpo. Manchester United was confirmed, yes, we want to sign a forward in January, but only if we find the right player. So if PSV start asking for 60-70 million for Cody Gakpo, and screw that deal. It's not the right deal to do, and that's not the amount of money we were looking to spend in January like we did in the summer for 85 million for Anthony. But the good news is we are gonna submit a 43 million pounds bid or 50 million euros, and Cody Gakpo does want to come to United, and the director of PSV said they want a record-breaking fee for to sell Cody Gakpo, and the most expensive player they sold was for 42 million pounds. So I think that's why United are submitting 43 million, because for anything from 43 million and up, I think they will be happy to negotiate about. So yeah, thank you everyone for watching. See you guys later. I am Barack Obama. Bye.
Peace out.